Hello teachers, I wanted to come to you guys today and talk a little bit about geodes and how I found to use them effectively in my classroom, and to share that with you and see if it is a way that you could use them in your classroom. So I know that this thing can be a little daunting because it's massively thick and there's a lot in it, but wanted to teach you a couple things about it and some ways that I use it to work for my kiddos. So first off, I group my kiddos in a way that's a little different than by their reading level like we have in years past. So I group my guys in 3 different groups based on accuracy, fluency, and comprehension. Those come from their lowest Dibble scores, and so I use those and pair kiddos up based on what I need to focus with on them. What's really cool about the Geodes is you can use the same book across levels with kiddos no matter what you're focusing on with them. My first year using Geodes, I really only used them with my kind of middle of the road kiddos. I was told that they can be anywhere from like an E to a G when it comes to looking at it as far as a level, and so I would only use it with kiddos that fell in that area. I've since then realized there's so much more to these books and so many more ways that they can be used with kiddos across all levels. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through today what that looks like, or what a lesson would look like for me. I will say, if you're familiar with Geodes at all, you'll know that they go hand in hand with your foundations instructions. So for first grade, Geodes start, I believe, Unit 3. And so what we do in our classroom is I will not start a Geodes text until my kiddos have been at least a week into learning a new skill and foundations. For us, we really like to give them at least a week or so to work on that new skill. During guided reading at that time, we will use a more explicit attack or a more explicit practice of that skill. Geodes are typically 80% decodable, give or take a few, but I like to use a text that's like 90+% decodable when we're working on that skill at first. And so my TA will usually use passages like that. And then, like I said, after we've had a chance to get used to that skill for a little bit and we're more familiar with it, then we'll start introducing the Geodes text. Okay, so let me talk to you about how I plan for my groups using this manual. I've tried a couple different things, and so I've provided all of those to you so that you may find the way that works best for you as a learner to help you with this. My first year using Geodes, I went through my manual and did a lot of this. I would mark my manual based on what I needed each group to work on. For me, my accuracy group was yellow. Those are my kids that at the beginning of the year, they're struggling in PSF. At this point in the year, they're the ones that are working heavily on nonsense words. So that group, that's our focus. We're working on all of the rules that we're learning and work on accurately decoding words. My second group is my fluency group. So based on their ORF scores, that's our focus with them. We're working on all of those things to really help boost their fluency. And then finally, my blue group is my comprehension group. So those are my kiddos. They can read the grade level texts and above, but we're really working on pulling out details to be able to answer comprehension questions. Now, in saying that, across the board, like if we're looking at that reading rope, like obviously comprehension is our goal. So in some shape or form, I'm doing comprehension with all groups. It just obviously will vary based on whatever the focus is for their group. So I've provided some pictures of this that you can use to help kind of guide you through how I make each section of this lesson plan work for the group that I am targeting. Another visual that I used for my TA a lot last year is I would just copy the lesson plan and color code with a highlighter what I needed her to do with each group. It was a really easy way for her to learn how to use these lessons. I had a student teacher last year that also was able to use these lessons through watching me model how it would work, and then I would go through and highlight the focus points. Again, for me, yellow's accuracy, green's fluency, blue's comprehension. For you guys, I've made kind of a step-by-step on what to do with each group. It's not super like cute or anything, but it's just a basic checklist of the order that I use to go through a lesson.